everyone, welcome back to Venusianscorp Astrology and Tarot, where I talk about all things astrology and tarot. And today it's going to be a relationship reading. What are they thinking about you? It's a monthly love reading that I do every month. So you can choose a pile. I'll be showing the picture right up front, and you can pick pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3, and accordingly you can see whichever resonates and go for that particular reading. Let's get started. Okay, so let's start with pile 1 first. We have the Three of Swords right off the bat. And then I'm getting the High Priestess here. Let's see what other cards come up for this reading. We have the Justice card in reverse. And we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so Three of Swords. Someone has betrayed you pretty badly. I feel like you're going through a real heartbreak right now. This person may have either cheated on you or they have done something that has really violated your trust in them. So you're really hurting at the moment. And I feel like right now you're just kind of going with the flow, because I'm seeing the High Priestess here, and that's more about being in tune with your own higher self and not really taking any action right now. Being aligned with your own truth, that's what the High Priestess is about. It's not about taking any action. It's very spiritual, feminine power. So I feel like you're right now, you're not doing anything, but you're definitely taking your time to figure out what your next step would be. But you're definitely hurting a lot from whatever they've done. I'm seeing the Justice card in reverse. This could have been a Libra person who's doing this to you, because the Justice is the card of Libra. So quite literally, they could be a Libra Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, or any prominent placements in Libra. But they have done you wrong. And I'm seeing this card because Justice is generally about being fair, being reasonable, everything going in peace and harmony, that kind of thing. But in reverse, it means someone has done you wrong. They've seriously betrayed you. That's what I'm sensing here. Plus, with the Three of Swords here, it indicates someone who's done you some serious harm and serious wrong. You are definitely not the kind of person who takes impulsive decisions. So I feel like you're taking your time right now with the High Priestess here. I'm seeing the Page of Wands as well. They may be trying to communicate with you and trying to patch up things with you and say that they're sorry or trying to apologize and things like that. But I don't think you're having any of that. I feel like you're ready to kind of dismiss them almost, because I feel like they're trying to communicate with you, maybe send you texts or trying to call you or like flood your inbox and that kind of thing, but you're not having any of it. I think you're not physically blocking them as such, but you're definitely not entertaining any of their messages right now. That's what I'm sensing. But they've been pretty persistent, that's what I'll say. Like, they're very optimistic and they're thinking that the relationship will be great moving on. But I don't think you're ready to give them any kind of time or attention right now. I'm also seeing the Five of Wands in reverse. Now this is about play fighting. If usually it's like, it's not a war, right? Like, the wands is not swords, so it's not like a war like energy. It's more like play fighting, sparring, that kind of thing. But I feel like the relationship right now, because of the betrayal that they've done to you, it's reached such a point where you're not even ready to have any kind of small talk or argument with them. It's not even in that play fighting stage. So you're not even ready to speak to them or make up or like, patch things up with them in any way. I feel like you're just kind of giving them the cold shoulder at the moment. You're not responding to any of their texts, and they're being pretty persistent as well. I'm seeing the Fool card. You may be looking at other options right now. Maybe you're looking at moving on or just starting with a clean canvas, like a blank canvas, because the Fool is all about that. The Fool is about fresh new beginnings, and it's also about taking a leap of faith. This could be interpreted either way. Like, you could be thinking about giving this relationship another chance or like a fresh lease of life, but my intuition tells me that I think you're ready to move on. I think you're ready to just see what's out there, check out your options, and see if you're ready to give someone else a chance. And you're definitely not giving this person any kind of attention right now. What else do we have for pile 1? We have the Four of Swords in reverse, and we have the Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so I think you've been past your strategizing phase, and you're like, in the past, yes, you were planning your next move and you were thinking about whether you wanted to give this person a second chance. things like that. But because we're also seeing the Six of Swords in reverse, and Six of Swords is about moving on, right? Like, it's about moving away from some kind of heartbreak or traumatic situation and moving away towards something that is far more rewarding, something that actually gives you peace of mind, that is actually fulfilling. And I feel like both these cards tell me that you've mentally moved on from this person. Maybe you've not physically, like I said, maybe you've not physically blocked them. Maybe you've not actually had any kind of argument with them, but you're being very cold and distant towards them, and you're kind of weighing your options right now. You're ready to take the plunge. The Fool card is all about that. You're ready to make a fresh start and completely move on and try a new relationship. That's what I feel. What else do we have for pile one here? We have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so in the past, I feel like this relationship, whichever this person was, whoever caused this kind of heartbreak to you, I feel like they were really weighing you down. They really drained you of your energy and resources, because the Ten of Wands is all about that. Ten of Wands is about taking on too much, biting off more than you can chew, uh, doing too much in the relationship and not really getting much appreciation or reciprocation from it. And I feel like you were doing all the work in the relationship. Like, you were the one putting in all the effort. Maybe you were the one who would always plan the dates, or initiate conversations, or initiate texts and messages and things like that. And after a point, I think it got really one-sided. And I feel like now that this person has done you wrong, in fact, it's not even like they did you wrong. I feel like they've done you dirty. I feel like because the Justice card also came up in reverse, I feel like they really did you some serious wrong. They betrayed you. Like, they really betrayed you and your trust. And so now you're just you're kind of done with it. You've kind of washed your hands off them, and you're just ready to move on. What else do we have for pile one? What are the messages for pile one? Okay, so we have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, so you're done putting in the effort anymore, because Eight of Pentacles is all about that. It's all about putting in the effort, making sure that you do your part in the relationship, that kind of thing. But in the reverse, you're done with it. You've done all that. Like, you've put in the work in the relationship. You did everything that you could for this person, and you went the extra mile, quite literally, for this person. But now you just don't want to do anything anymore. It's almost like something inside you has snapped almost, and there's no turning back. That's what I feel like. I think you're just completely cutting this person off mentally. Like I said, you may not be physically blocking them or anything like that, but you've just shifted. Like, you're just done with this person. And especially after this kind of betrayal, I don't think you're ready to give them any kind of chances anymore. Knight of Pentacles is coming up as well. So yeah, there may be a new person in your life. Could be a Virgo. They may be trying to reach out to you and trying to start something new with you. So if you feel like this person is good, and if you feel like they're worth your time, definitely do explore it. Yeah, I think it's time for a fresh new beginning for you, pile one. I think you're done with all the hardships. This previous relationship was really weighing you down. It really took a toll on your mental health and just your outlook in life. And I feel like now it's time to give someone else a chance and move on and be happy in life, because the Fool card is all about that. It's all about taking chances, but it's also about having that, Fool card is a Gemini card, and it's all about having that childlike enthusiasm and curiosity. So let it be that way. Let it be that way, and help you find someone new and some new relationship in your life. It's going to spark that new energy back into your life. So that's what I have for you, pile one. Let's move on to the next one, which is pile two. All right, this is going to be the reading for pile two. So if you selected the second option, then this reading is for you. So let's see what the cards have in store for you. We have the King of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Two of Swords in reverse. We have the World card. We have the King of Cups as well. Okay, so pile two, I feel like in the past you were in this major dilemma. You wanted to figure out whether you wanted to give this person a chance, or you wanted to move on from the relationship entirely. Now I feel like that was in the past. You've made your choice because it's coming up in the reverse. And the thing is about the Two of Swords is usually the decision is pretty clear to you inside, like your intuition already knows the answer, but it's just that you need to sort of take the blindfold off and then see things for what they really are in order to make that decision. Because in the card, she has a blindfold on, and if she were just to remove it, they would know that, it's quite easy to make a decision. So, yeah, you were in a dilemma in the recent past and you were wondering whether you should give this person a chance. But I feel like you've moved on because I'm seeing the World card as well. And the World card is about permanent endings and new beginnings. This person, either in the past or this new person is coming into your life, could be one of the fixed signs, could be a Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, or Aquarius. And I'm saying this because I'm also seeing the King of Cups in this reading. And the King of Cups is Scorpio energy. So this could be a new person entering your life, could be one of the fixed signs. Doesn't have to be a sun in any of these signs. They could have the moon sign or, any prominent placements in any of these four fixed signs. So they could be a Leo sun, Leo moon, Aquarius sun, Aquarius moon, Scorpio sun, Scorpio moon, or a Taurus sun, Taurus moon. But you've definitely moved on from this previous relationship. I'm seeing the King of Pentacles in reverse. This could have been a Taurus person in your life in the past. They could have had prominent Taurus placements, or just a Taurus sun, or just embodying that archetype. But they were there in your life for some time, but I feel like it didn't really work out for you. I do want to clarify what this World card is and what this King of Pentacles is. So World card, we are getting the Seven of Cups in reverse. So there could have been some kind of cheating involved. They could have betrayed your trust and things like that, because the Seven of Cups is about choices, having too many choices and not being able to make a decision. So maybe this person was very non-committal, like they were always playing the field, they were always seeing for the next best option out there, and you always felt sidelined in the relationship. That's what I feel. And this person was not really committed, like they didn't really want to commit to the relationship. They didn't really have the relationship in mind for the long haul. It was all just like in the moment and going with the flow, whereas you wanted something more substantial. That's what I feel. Then the King of Pentacles, I want to clarify what this is. So I'm getting the Temperance card in reverse and I'm getting the Star card in reverse. So I feel like this person really dimmed your shine, because the Star is all about being the star of your own show, being able to shine in the limelight, being able to showcase who you really are, being authentic to yourself, all of those things. And I feel like this person really dimmed your shine. They really didn't allow you to be your authentic self. Or it's almost like you had to walk around eggshells with this person. You could never really be your authentic self. You were always having to hide yourself or tone yourself down a little bit, and anytime you have to do that in a relationship, it's pretty much a red flag. So you should definitely move on from that. I'm also seeing the Temperance card in reverse now. The Temperance in the upright position, it's a Sagittarius card, and it's also about being moderate in everything, like being choosing the middle path, so to speak. But because this is coming up in reverse, I feel like this person may have pushed you to the extremes. Maybe they were just somebody who liked to sort of push your buttons. A lot of people are like that. They just want to get a reaction out of you. Maybe they'll like create a fake scenario just to get a reaction out of you, or just create like a fight, a small fight, just to get some kind of emotional response from you. And that's just very bad for your whole mental health, or like just even the relationship. It's a very unhealthy relationship. It is almost toxic. That's what I would say. And I feel like for a long time, you were in this dilemma, this Two of Swords in reverse. You were in this dilemma of whether you want to give this person a chance or whether you want to move on from them. But I think you've cut them off. You're definitely not having any of it anymore. You're just done with it. Yeah, I'm seeing the Sun card now. It's great. I feel like now it's just everything is uphill from here. Everything is going to go great from here, because the Sun card is one of the happiest cards to get in a reading. It's about health, vitality, life, living, and joy of living. And it's about having childlike curiosity, just like the Leo. The Leo is ruled by the sun. It's all about the good things in life. And I feel like having this coming up after this whole chapter is ended, it's a really good sign that things are going to just go well from now on. There's no more of that past trauma and all of that things that you went through. What else do we have for pile 2? So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So I feel like in the past, you may have been giving this person so many chances. Like, you would have been giving them the benefit of the doubt every time they did something wrong. Maybe you thought that, okay, maybe this was the reason why they acted this way. Maybe they didn't mean that. Maybe they didn't mean to say this, or maybe they didn't mean to do this to me, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like after a point, you realize that no, you've given them enough second chances, enough benefit of the doubt, and they're really not someone who can change their ways, or they cannot make amends. They really don't they're not really authentic with you. Like, even if they made a mistake with you, they never really would apologize to you, or they never really would come clean or accept that they were at fault. It was always projecting their blame or their faults on you. So you almost, a lot of the times in the past, I feel like you may have felt like you were the one at fault. Like, it was a blame game. Like, they always like to point a finger at you, saying that you did wrong or things like that. And after a point, I think it really took a toll on you, and you were tired of basically waiting and watching and seeing what happens, and giving them the benefit of the doubt and things like that. I feel like you just had your share of doing all that, and now you're just done with them. Um, yeah, I'm seeing the Ace of Swords in reverse as well. You may have definitely had a pretty big argument with this person, because swords are about communication, and I feel like you just said your, whatever you had to say to them, and you kind of cut off the relationship. You kind of moved on from it, and I feel like that's great, because you did definitely need to let this person know that whatever they did was wrong, and you're not having any of it. And I think you did a great job in doing that. Right now, I'm seeing like there's a Nine of Pentacles that's come up. So I feel like in your current state, you're definitely trying to be more self-sufficient, especially when it comes to like money matters and things like that, because it's the Pentacles, it's about money. So I feel like right now you're trying to be more self-sufficient. You're just being resourceful on your own, and you're trying to enjoy life, enjoy the moment, which is great. I feel like that's how it should be. And I feel like now there is somebody new who is coming into your life. Like I said, it could be a Scorpio person, because I'm seeing the King of Cups coming up, and this is after the World card, which is like the end of something and the beginning of something new. And usually the world is about permanent endings and permanent new beginnings, so there's no really turning back to the previous relationship. I feel like you're done with that. And now it's more about looking forward to the future and seeing what this new person has in store for you. And I think it's going to be great, because we are seeing the Sun card. So I don't think there's anything to worry about, pile two. I mean, I think it's just good to enjoy the moment and just take things as it come from now on, because the cards are showing me some really good messages out here. So that's what I have for you, pile two. And let's move on to the next one, which is pile three. All right, pile three. So if you chose the third option, then this reading is for you. So let's get started. We have the Queen of Pentacles. What else do we have for pile three? We have the Five of Swords. We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Chariot in reverse. What else do we have for pile three? Okay, so we have Strength card as well. Okay, so I feel like the relationship is going through some kind of issues right now, because I'm seeing the Five of Swords, and that's pretty disruptive energy. It's usually somebody's trying to stir the pot. That's what I'm seeing here. Like, somebody's trying to cause gossip or some kind of disruption in the relationship, which is causing you and your partner to kind of drift apart. Maybe they're spreading false rumors about you to your partner, or they are telling you some false things about your partner, things like that. But whatever it is, it's just a very disruptive energy around you. Even if it's not one person who's doing this, there are a bunch of people around you who are doing this, who are spreading malicious gossip or things like that, which is causing some kind of stress in your relationship right now. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like right now, and also the Strength card. So both of these are about going within yourself and trying to figure out what you can do to make this relationship work. And I feel like on your side, I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you are going within yourself, trying to figure out what you need to do to make this relationship work. Because Strength card is about sort of owning up to your own demons and figuring out if you are at fault in some way. Because like they say, there's no smoke without fire, right? So maybe you're doing that kind of self reflection or introspection, and almost like shadow work. Maybe you're figuring out what you need to do in order to make this relationship work. Where are the places where you might have gone wrong, because of which the relationship may be going through some turbulence right now. I'm seeing the Queen of Pentacles. That's about being more practical. Like it's a Capricorn card, so maybe you're just trying to be more practical about the relationship and figuring out what it is in the relationship that you need to fix. Because that's again a very earthy, practical way to look at things. Like what can you fix? What can you rectify, or what can you make better in the relationship so that there's less of a friction? So I think you're doing that. And I think you're also trying to be resourceful in general. Like generally the Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful from a financial standpoint, but in the context of this reading, because it's a love reading, I feel like you're just trying to be resourceful in terms of how you want to spend your energy on this relationship moving forward. Because do you want to devote so much of your time trying to diffuse this gossip or any kind of false rumors, or do you want to just have your peace of mind and just continue to enjoy this relationship the way it is? So I think you're kind of weighing your pros and cons in that way. Because the thing about Capricorn, or like Capricorn energy, is they don't like to waste their time in any way or form. So if it's just frivolous energy, if it's just a bunch of people who don't even matter to you, then I think you're going to let this slide. And I think you're going to focus on your partner and your relationship and try to make things work. Now, I do see the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And so I feel like in the past, maybe you did feel a little bit neglected and unappreciated, or like underappreciated in the relationship. And I don't think this is to do with your partner. I think your partner may have done everything to make this relationship work, but maybe it's because of this outside, these forces or these people outside the relationship who are trying to cause harm or trying to spread you know, false gossip about you. So because of that, I feel like you felt maybe left out of the circle. Maybe you had some common friends with your partner and they are kind of sidelining you, and you felt left out, or left out in the cold or not part of the circle anymore, something like that. But I do feel like a lot of you may have felt rejected, dejected, and just not appreciated in the relationship because of all this gossip or all these lies that have been floating around. Now, I do see the Chariot in reverse. So at some point in the past, you may have wanted to just charge ahead and take these people on, like whoever's spreading false things about you or spreading lies about you. I feel like you wanted to take them on and just confront them almost, like ask them, like, why are you doing this, or like why are you trying to cause harm in the relationship? But I feel like you decided to change your mind and not give them that kind of power, because the thing about that is when you go and confront someone like that, then they feel like, oh, they have the power over you, like they have some kind of effect over you. But I feel like you're choosing to go the other way, which is again a very Capricorn trait. Like you want to be the stoic one, like you want to figure out, you don't want to give these people any importance. Basically, you want to dismiss these people. So I think that's what you're doing. You're just going within yourself and figuring out what you can do to make this relationship work. That's what I'm seeing you doing right now, pile 3. What else do we have for pile 3? We have the Hanged Man in reverse, and we have the Tower in reverse. So yeah, I think in the past, maybe the relationship was going through some kind of major upheaval. Maybe both of you were on the verge of breaking up. But I feel like now, I think that's not the case. I don't think you're wanting to break up with this person, your partner. I think you just want to take sort of a time out almost and figure out what you want to do, or how to recharge this relationship and things like that. Uh, Also, I'm seeing the Hangman in reverse. Now, usually in the upright position, it's about looking at things from a new perspective, things like that. You've done that, because it's coming up in the reverse. So I feel like you've already done that. You've definitely looked at the relationship from a new perspective, looked at it from a new, like a fresh pair of eyes, and seen things for exactly what they are. Because I feel like all these people around you who are spreading this kind of lies and gossip, or just trying to break both of you apart, is you're not, maybe in the past it affected you and you were on the verge of breaking up with this person, but I don't think you want to give these people any more importance. You realize that your relationship is more important than all these false things that these people are spreading about you. So you definitely want to make this relationship work, and I feel like you've done your fair share of reflection. What else do we have for pile 3? So we have the Page of Pentacles coming up. So there could have So somebody might be trying to reach out with you because pages are about communication. So there may be someone in this circle of people who've been trying to sort of break apart your relationship. Someone from that circle of friends, they may be coming up to you and admitting to what they did wrong. Maybe they're telling you who actually started these gossip or this gossip or these rumors. You know, a lot of the times um, it starts with one person, but then it snowballs into something completely different, right? So I think like that's what happened, and somebody is coming forward to admit that this is what has happened. And they may be reaching out to you with this piece of information saying that, you know, so and so actually started this whole rumor about you, or they are the one who's responsible for, you know, sabotaging your relationship, etc. So somebody is definitely coming up and speaking to you about this. Now, whether you want to believe that or not, that's entirely up to you. But I feel like you're definitely going to listen to them and what they have to say to you. What else do we have for pile 3? Okay, so we have the Nine of Wands. So you're definitely still having your guard up. I don't think you're ready to kind of trust anybody, even if this person is coming up to you and telling you that they started some lies about you. I don't think you're ready to completely trust anyone, because at this point, um, you just want to trust your own intuition and your own gut instinct. That's what I feel for you, pile 3. I don't think that you want to give that kind of power to anybody else. You may listen to this person and what they have to tell you, like in regards to whoever started this gossip about you, but I don't think you're going to trust them completely or believe everything that they have to say. And also, your guard is still up, like the Nine of Wands. You're definitely taking your time right now. You're not making any decisions as such, but you're definitely not just wasting your time. Like, you're definitely still having your boundaries up and waiting for the right time to make a correct decision on this relationship. But you definitely want to make things work. I don't think there's any issue with the relationship right now. I think you don't need to worry about anything, pile 3. It's just someone stirring the pot, and you don't really need to give them any importance right now. So just move on in the direction that you already are. Continue to figure out how you can make this relationship work, and things are going to be fine. That's what I have for you, pile 3. So if you'd like to book a reading with me, you can definitely drop me a message on email. The link is in the description box below, and I'll get back to you soon. And that's what I have for you. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.